$8675309. 866. I got it. I got it. For a good time. For a good time call. Do 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 do. Switch. There we go. Holy crap. Let me tell you, I'm having a little technical difficulty there in the beginning. It would not be the Vape at 5 without some technical difficulties. What is happening? Welcome. It's Friday, and you know Friday. We get in the hot tub. We get super sexy, super bubbly today. Today's no exception. We've got somebody. We've got the man, the plan, man with the plan, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Tommy Vapors with us today. You see that? Tommy Vapors, Charlie?
Hell yeah.
What's going on, Tommy? How you been, man?
All right, man. Thank you for having me on. This is, dude, you don't even know how much this is like out of my wheelhouse. I'm so used to having people come to my, to my play yard, not going into somebody else's play yard. So this is really cool. You're getting me out. You're getting raw, man. So
you know what, dude? You better behave when you're in the hot tub. I don't want to see. I don't want to see you pulling on nothing down there. Keep your hands where I can see them, Tommy.
I told Charlie that I jumped in the shower because with all the humidity we've had recently, wasn't going in that hot tub with the swamp ass. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You got to keep the balls clear, clean.
Let me tell you, this hot tub is in pristine condition. We
Dude,
only use it one day a week. We had a lady on last week, Brittany.
Yeah.
In the hot tub.
Hell yeah.
We've had a few ladies.
That's actually why the hot tub is clean, because we had Brittany coming on. We are like, yeah, she's gonna fucking point out the dirty spots and the thick tadpoles in the water. So we cleaned it up.
Oh,
Charlie pooped himself in the hot tub once. It was gross.
I got some tadpoles to drop in this water.
No tadpoles in the water, sir. All right, Tommy. No, seriously, man, super good. And it is a role reversal here. Normally, I'd be on your show. In fact, that was where my whole YouTube started. Was on your show. I think the first one we did was with me, you, and Yeti, and maybe Nikki. I think Nikki might have been the first one. And then we did. Then you had me on your show for like a year. I was on there for a long time.
I didn't know that was your first show.
First show was me, Yeti, Nikki, and Tommy on Tommy's channel.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember your actual by yourself, man. I remember you when you first set up the first time you went live on YouTube. You're just like, I don't think this is for me, man. I'm like, dude, man, you got this with your personality, man. I like I told you, man, you couldn't fail, and you haven't, man. I fucking love that shit.
That you guys, you were a huge, encouragement and role model for me doing it, and I love you to death. That first time I did it, it was hard seeing the chat, and I couldn't figure that out, and then I couldn't have any interaction with the people watching me, and that really, really bothered me. But it took a while. I figured it out. Now I can see the chat and do everything. And even though I don't really watch the chat now, but
at least it's there anyways. Yeah. But man, for real, man, you're just keep on going up, man. I love it, man.
I get about 2 subscribers a day now. I don't know if you know that.
That's awesome, man.
2 subscribers a day increase is my average. Sometimes 3.
It's all right, man. That means 2 more people that you can help. So that's cool,
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it, So, all right. So
what are you vaping on over there, Tommy? Let me see. Let's see.
I'm very simple tonight, man. I just got this today in a trade. I got the topside dual. I'm running the Bonza 1.5 onto that, and I got some DIY that I'm hitting onto that. And another new that I just got in yesterday. I got the Keen.
So gorgeous.
I got the Lucid RDA on top of that, and I am using some Gizzard Brew strawberry from Vape and Swag. This shit killer, man, for real. And the only other thing I got is another one that I just picked up about 2 weeks ago, which is another Times Vape, and which is the Saint. And I got the Dead Rabbit with the Challenger cap onto it. That thing's sick as tits, man.
It looks nice.
Yeah. And I'm running some Sad Boy strawberry jam cake cookie, and that's about it. I mean, I got some other things, but I don't want to be taking up all the time because we're only here for an hour. So, Scott, thank you very much. We'll talk in a little bit. So why don't I send it right over to Charlie, man? Thank you very much.
All right. Glad to have you on today, Tommy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I rocking my billet boxes. I've actually can't find the door right now to my OG billet box. That's what I was looking for. Got the billet box Rev 4. My Tiny V2 with the recurve dual, which has just been basically my all-day vape lately. I don't take the Tiny with me out of the house. I usually throw that RDA on something else, but I love the recurve dual. My Stag Dreamer with the TM24 Pro, and my Caliburn, and rocking a DaVinci IQ. We'll get into that later. And that's it right now.
Hell yeah.
I have my my bulk like always, but it's almost out of juice. So here we are. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot my juice. Propaganda, the hype blue slushy.
Very good, man. Right on. Okay, well, you know,
I vape 6 in my stack because I'm a man.
you
Go
vape
ahead.
6 in your stack, really?
Go ahead, take it
You
away.
are.
Stan.
You are a man. You're a man's man.
He's a man's man.
I could tell that as soon as you took your pants off and got in the hot tub. I
dude,
knew that
I'm like,
you
look
were a
look at that thing,
man's
man.
Yep.
Use it as
It's like a
float.
baby's arm, for God's sakes.
Dude, for real. I thought it was like one of those water noodles. You know what I mean?
Look at things floating. So we slap it.
That's why they call it a fun noodle.
All right. I kept mine simple as well. Now, I'm getting ready to leave for a little vacay soon. So I'm not changing out. I'm not testing anything this week. So I'm just sticking with the setup I've had for the last week. Got the topside dual, squonking on the Widowmaker RDA.
Nice RDA.
Oh
man.
my God, dude, I love it. I absolutely love this RDA so much. And I'm vaping on some 24, oh, you can't really see it, 24 karat Billionaire Peach Mocktail. This is by, so this is by Holy Juice Lab, who's new Holy Fiber. Holy Juice Lab's a new sponsor of ours.
Oh yeah, I
They
knew
sent
about
me-
I knew about the fiber.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the juice.
They make
I
a
did
couple
that.
different juices, yeah. Peach Mocktail, and they make this other one here, which is I was vaping yesterday. This is Milky Berry, and
That
they're both
one I
really
do.
good, man. They're classy. They're like in these gold little containers. It's really classy.
So what's the
Much more classy than I am.
What was the flavor profile on that Billionaire 24?
They're both Billionaire 24 is the actual name of the juice line.
Okay.
And then the Milky Berry is like is almost like a really sweet, fruity cereal, kind of like maybe like a Fruity Pebbles with a little bit of milk in it. But the thing about cereals that I don't like is it's got too much. That when they have too much milk, that milk taste. This one's more fruity with just like a tail end of the milk.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's why I asked what the other one was, because the milk. I'm usually not a big milk guy. What's the other one?
And then the other one, the peach mocktail, is literally like a peach, like what you would think a peach drink would taste like.
I want to buy some of those. Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
It's
do you
good.
get a lot like a sour note with a lot of milk vapes there, Charlie? Almost like a spoiled milk.
Yeah, I think it's just the idea of maybe drinking warm milk or hot milk that messes with my head, but I never became a huge custard guy, and I don't like milk for some reason. I just always stuck with fruits, or I like cereals, but when they only have a very light hint of milk.
I'm gonna give a shout out real quick to somebody in chat that that I've been talking to, but we haven't seen in a while. Joey to the motherfucking nose back.
Joey,
What's up,
to
Joey?
Fucking no.
Everybody send thoughts and prayers his way. Some stuff going on, Joey. I love you to death, man. I'm glad you are back, brother, and I missed you. And good to see you. Good to see you, man. All right, so to get things started, Tommy, we do a little thing around here called News of the Weird. You seen it? News of the Weird.
Yes, I have. I always love that segment, man. I look forward
We
to
are
it.
the originators of that. You know that?
Yes, you are. I've seen it on a couple other shows after
Haven't.
you guys started that.
We did.
I just
You
wanted
have?
to throw that out there.
You
Yes,
have you
I
seen a couple other shows after we started it?
Yes,
People are stealing our ideas. I'm going to copyright infringe everybody's channels.
you should.
It's going to copyright strikes. Be like, look, I said that the other day. That's a copyright strike. All right, Charlie, take us away. You got any news of the weird going on down there?
Yeah, this one was interesting. I heard it on the radio, I think yesterday, and I was like, oh man, I got to share this. I thought it was hilarious and awesome and a story of triumph. So this lady actually just has been through the education system and just earned her PhD. and a lot of people are PhDs. But the reason that she's made the news and she's really gone viral is because her name is Marijuana Pepsi. And, yeah, she was named Marijuana Pepsi at birth.
Wow.
So,
How old of a lady was she? Is she?
when she was born, she was 0 years old. Now she is 30s.
I was gonna, okay. I was thinking maybe the parents were like from
Early 40s.
some old hippies.
Yeah,
know?
you would
maybe.
think so. So she did her dissertation actually on her PhD, and she makes a big point out of the fact that she doesn't like the drug or the soda, even though her name is Marijuana Pepsi.
Wow.
I think she might have a little bit of a revenge thing with her name being Marijuana Pepsi. But she wrote her PhD on, she earned her doctorate with a dissertation titled Black Names in White Classrooms, Teacher Behaviors and Student Perceptions. So
Black
she wrote her
names.
PhD about the improper perceptions that teachers had about a student named Marijuana Pepsi,
Well,
which I thought was cool.
I'm going to spend a couple of minutes discussing this. I hope you guys are okay with that. But I think the first thing is that marijuana, the actual word is a kind of a dig. It's actually a derogatory term against Mexicans. If you really look into the word marijuana, it actually is like it was originally used as something because apparently a lot when it first started in the southern United States with the manufacture of not manufacture but the growth of marijuana, popularity of it started to grow. That the Mexicans played a pretty intricate part in that, like back in the day, and they used the word marijuana to as a slang term against Mexicans. So it's not like marijuana is not like a great name. Like it's not something you want to be called. You know what I mean? So first off, that's kind of weird. But yeah, I think there is. I don't know if there's prejudice or not, but I know if I saw Marijuana Pepsi on a resume, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So I get it.
Yeah. So yeah,
I get it.
I was looking it up, and it says the term marijuana actually came about because of the prohibitionists who wanted to eliminate cannabis. Started calling it marijuana because people that were xenophobic would associate that and say, "Yeah, we got to get rid of cannabis because it's called marijuana," and that kind of thing.
Is that it was because of the Mexicans, correct?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I knew that.
A racist word to tie it with Mexicans that they thought would tie in and make a brain association with high class white racial people, I guess.
And I mean, I don't know if you could.
I learned something new today.
Yeah, I don't know if you can blame people. I mean, I guess it's like I said, if you have a resume come across your desk for somebody you're looking to hire a new person, and their name is marijuana versus their name is Bob, or I mean, I hate to say it, but at least in our current society, and at least in my generation, I'm only talking from my generation and my experiences, I would look at that. I'd look at those names differently. I wouldn't look at it like it was Bob and Mike or Bob and Jane. I would look at it like it was Bob and marijuana. I'd be like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Like,
right.
So I think it would, so I could see where, that's
so
not.
And that's, she's taken a social stand on that, because the first thing people say is, what, you're a professional, or you're a 4.0 student, or whatever the case may be. Why don't you just change your name? And she said, just because people have incorrect perceptions of me because of my name, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to stand as the strong woman that I am, and society needs to change.
But she could change her name to like Mary Jane.
That's what
right.
Her friends call her Mary.
I think if you're going to, and that is absolutely her right, and I would have no problem calling her whatever she wanted to be called. But at the same time, you're going to have to deal with the consequences, unfortunately, because you're not going to, you can't. It's vanity to think that you can change society. You can't change society's perceptions of things. Those are things that gradually change over time. Those are things that are taught to fathers and mothers, teach their children, who teach their children, who teach that. Those changes are made gradually, right? Yeah. So you can't just be like, I'm not going to change. You're going to change. Well, no, that's not how this game's played, unfortunately. So yeah, it's it's an interesting name. Don't want to get too much into that kind of debate, but that's a pretty interesting name.
Yep. So it's really gone viral the last few days. I want to do a little more research. There's been a lot of interesting conversations on Twitter over it.
I'll bet. Yeah. Now, speaking of marijuana,
Speaking of marijuana,
speaking of the marijuanas, I don't smoke marijuana anymore. Tommy, do you know anybody who smokes marijuana?
I knew a guy.
I knew a guy once.
Actually, I'm a big fan of the cannabis. I really am. I've always been a big fan of cannabis for well over 45 years.
Nice.
And recently, up to about 3 weeks ago, I started a new channel, and as you see the name in the chat there, it's called The Sesh, and it's an alternative. Many of you know that you've heard me all talk about, devil's lettuce and everything. Well, since I've been changing over to hemp, I'm going on my third week without THC.
Wow.
That's after 45 years of using it.
Wow.
And a lot of it is, like I said, I'm using the YouTube as my platform for it. But I want to preface this with, I'm going to tell you all a little story. This is something that, Scott, you definitely do not know. You've heard me mention about being sober for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, when I got my second divorce, I was a major alcoholic. Tried many different things to stop, other than signing myself into a place, going to churches, going to, a lot of different places. I relied heavily on THC. I mean, heavily on the THC. And to this day, I'm 11 years sober off an alcohol. I mean, we still have alcohol. Even when we got married, we still have bottles and bottles of never been opened and never will. My wife doesn't drink either. So moving on forward, I also, when I was younger, I kind of liked my other drugs, a lot of opiates. And up to 8 years ago, almost 8 years ago, September 17th will be my 8 years, I was very heavy on opiates and marijuana. I was relying on those to get me through because I suffer from chronic pain. I suffer from anxiety, ADD. I also have Crohn's and IBS. Okay. So I'm in constant pain. And when my Crohn's acts up, it's locked down. Sometimes it's crippling.
That explains the marijuana benefits.
Absolutely. And so I relied heavily on THC again to get me off an opiates. And like I said, on September 17th of this year will be 8 years clean of opiates also. When 2 years ago, when I fell off our dock at work, I slid off the dock. It was icy.
I remember that.
And I screwed all my ligaments in my knee and everything. They were trying to give me all sorts. And I'm like, no. You know what I mean? My wife finally got into their face. Man is telling you no, and you still are trying to force something into him. Up there, I have a brand new full bottle of 800 milligram Motrin that they gave me as a prescription. Never even been opened. I've got it because whatever. It's still up there, and it's been almost 2 years. Never been opened. So going forward onto that, I got myself off an opiates. And you all know me with vaping. This past Monday on the 17th was my 6-year anniversary of not having any more cigarettes in my.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fantastic. Congratulations, man.
But now it really is, man. And I started getting more and more. I don't want the head high, I just want the pain relief. And the only thing I was seeing a lot more of hemp flower, CBD. And I tried a lot of different CBD e-liquids, and a lot of them aren't what they crack up to be. Yeah. I mean, I was up to 1,250 milligram using it as a tincture and everything, and that's fucking expensive. And the only thing that was really working for me was the hemp flower. By smoking it, the terpenes and everything, when you smoke it, it changes the whole, even though there's no THC, it makes the effect of those terpenes that are going throughout your body. And it helps. And there's certain strains that will give you help with your anxiety. It'll help with your sleeping. It'll help with pain. There's so many different things. You can look it up. There's a lot of information out there. And when I'm talking with the hemp, this is an industrial hemp that was just passed in 2018, the Farm Bill 2018, where the industrial hemp, as long as it's less than 0.3% on the Delta 9.
Yeah.
It makes it completely legal in all 50 states.
Wow.
And every company that I work with, they give you a certification of that strain, and they also give you a law enforcement that if the packages goes through the post office and they smell it, because it smells and looks just like marijuana. But if there's a note in there that tells it for the law enforcement and the post office, if they open it up and they see what it is, this explains everything, and it talks about the Farm Bill Act and everything, and it gives all what the THC levels, all your CBD levels, all in there. So it's very educational also. So now, like I said, I'm going on 3 weeks. I'm on my 3rd week. Exactly, right there it is. And I'm THC free. I'm just using the CBD, and you'll see me go out there. And I mean, like last night on the video I had done last night, I kind of had the little hippie groove going on. I had the sunglasses and everything. That was just all in fun, and just having a little fun with what I'm doing, just to have a little something different. Mm-hmm. And but like I said, you're not going to get any doctor to say this is going to help you, because that's going to take business away from you. But if it's something that you're really looking forward to trying to find something, try some CBD. You can do it in the liquid form. You can get it in tinctures. You can get it in gummies. You can get it. Dude, I don't have it. It's over there. But I have this lotion for amazing, dude.
Yeah, I want to talk about that some when you get finished.
And so I'm pretty much caught up to it. And like I said, if anybody's interested, please feel free to just go over and check it out. I also the sesh on Instagram as well. Also, there's there's information over there, and you can there's if it's something that you're looking for, at least on Instagram, I have the companies right there. You can click on them and it'll bring you right to it. So where you can't do it here on YouTube. So
yeah, I've been dropping the link in chat. You guys make sure to go check them out and give them a subscription.
Thank you, Charlie.
I as well have found the benefits of THC, and I'm sober, so I don't use marijuana. I've been away from it for years. Probably haven't smoked weed in 15 years. But I did discover the benefits of CBD, and the first time I tried it actually was with some really expensive e-liquid. That's maximum strength for what you can get for CBD, and it was junk. I was vaping out of a Falcon tank, and I use it at night due to my anxiety and insomnia. I don't take narcotics. So I use it, and the first bottle that I had was very disappointed. I would vape, and like I would vape like 3/4 of a tank out of a Falcon, which takes a lot of work, and couldn't feel it. By then I was like, shit, I give up, kind of a thing. And I kind of wrote it off until we went to a local CBD shop in another city and tried some really good, not full spectrum CBD. I'm not sure. I think it was just isolates, but there's full spectrum CBD, which has basically almost 0 Delta 9 THC, but it's not a guarantee. It'll be like 0.01% Delta 9 THC. Yep. And then broad spectrum means that it has the terpenes and the CBD in it, everything but the THC. And then CBD isolates is only CBD. It's refined to where all you get is the CBD, not the other things, and THC free.
Yep.
So we tried some broad spectrum that was actually worked very well. And my girlfriend got the lotion. And she's got nerve problems and back problems. She's been to probably 6 specialists trying to be diagnosed. They're not sure if it's rheumatoid arthritis or they thought maybe lupus, but some of the tests don't line up with lupus. So they still haven't diagnosed her. But she put that on when we left the place. We had about a 3-hour drive home, and about an hour into it, she was like, oh my God, my back's not hurting at all. And at this point, we had been in the car about 6 hours. She was sore when we got to the CBD shop.
Yep.
And I was like, I was still kind of thinking, maybe it's a snake oil effect kind of a thing. And she kept using it, and it kept working. And I decided to get some good stuff. I tried some different brands of CBD, thanks to Scott Zegans, and it works amazingly well. I did the gummies and CBD tincture where you drop it under your tongue. And we found a bottle that we had gotten at NVE I forgot about, and it was just great product. It helped with my sleeping so much. So since then, I've tried different forms of THC, including CBD flower. I think it's the most beneficial, but for people who do drug testing and stuff, I wouldn't take the risk. I would go with something broad spectrum or isolate. But that's where I am. And so far, we're 6 weeks into it, and the lotion is still working amazingly well on her pain.
Yep.
What is the so obviously some people are tested for THC, but just in a general drug screen, right? What is
Correct.
the what's the chances of testing positive for THC if you are taking CBD?
If you're as long as you're taking THC free CBD, which is going to be, it'll be labeled on the bottle, and it's going to be anything called CBD isolate or broad spectrum CBD. You should be fine. There's 0.000% delta 9 THC in there. If you take, if you do full spectrum like the flower, or there are some edibles that say full spectrum contains less than 0.3% THC, that's where it could show up on the drug screen, and that's what you want to avoid. So it's all about finding what's right for you. If you're going to be taking a drug screen, just make sure it says THC free.
Yep.
You know, I've never taken CBD. I don't smoke marijuana. I just, you know, by choice, I just don't.
Me too.
And I'll be honest. I think using the flower, or I mean, it looks like bud, basically. Using the flower to me would be a little off-putting. But I think you know, using the cream, if it's like the cream, I mean, when you buy medicated cream over the counter, there's medication in the cream. That's why it makes you, you know, your back hurt less, or your arm, you know, whatever. So if you kind of just got in the mindset that the CBD was just something of that sort and not, you know, a marijuana plant, it would be a lot easier for me to use something like that. And quite frankly, I think that just from listening to, you know, your guys' conversations and things like that, that if I were to have any chronic pain, I would definitely try that first. Try the cream first and see if it did relieve the pain. I'm certainly not, I can't take narcotics. I mean, I can't. You know, so that's not an option. And you can only take so many aspirin before you start having stomach problems.
That's it.
So, you know, there's got to be an alternative there somewhere.
I highly recommend like the cream, and there's different forms. The one Jennifer has is like an ointment. It's a jar. It takes half of a pea size amount is what she takes and rubs into her back. And she sees results fairly quickly for a topical application. There's that, and then there's also the tincture, which is where you have a little dropper bottle. Looks like a glassy liquid bottle. You just take the dropper and put some of the liquid under your tongue, depending on the strength, maybe half a dropper full. Put it under your tongue and hold it for, say, 60 seconds if you can, 30 seconds if you can't, and then swallow it.
And also, like with the gummies, they're the isolate as well also. So you could take like a 20 milligram, and that's going to give you like 3-4 hours of like pain relief. They work very well for me. I usually take 2 of them at a time, but every couple of hours I'll take those, and you just chew on. I mean, they're delicious on top of it, though. Especially the ones I got. I mean, you just want to keep on eating them, especially if you're into gummies.
Yeah, but, for people that vape, also they have pre-filled CBD cartridges, and you can buy CBD e-liquid. It's getting better. I hate to call out the brand that I bought. I paid over $200 for the first bottle that I bought, which was a huge 120. But
yeah, it's expensive. It's not cheap.
Yeah, well, it's not all expensive, but I bought that and was really disappointed. If people want to ask me on Facebook or Instagram, I'll tell you what I would recommend not buying. And Tommy's got great advice over at the Sesh. Also, Yo CBD Life, I think is the name of the Facebook group that Scott Zegans does. He's got a lot of really good information up there on dosages and how it works to finding your right dosage. The good thing about CBD is the way that it works and the body processes it. It's almost impossible to get enough into your body to have negative effects like from an overdose.
Yep.
So you don't have to worry about taking too much of it. It's mainly you start out low and just go up a little higher, kind of like with your nicotine
Yep.
volume, your nicotine amount to find what works and what satisfies you.
And the best part I really find, like with a one strain that I use in the morning, you know how when you wake up you're really groggy and everything, I'll
Yep.
use a lifter is what it's called. That
Yep.
just clears my head. It takes that muddy brain right away altogether, and you can feel it within minutes. And I mean, coffee couldn't do what that does for me.
Nah, that's awesome, man. I think it's certainly it's really nice that it wasn't completely banned and pulled off of the market, and that's really where I thought it was going to go. After you started hearing about stores getting busted, raided
Yeah,
for
I
carrying
was,
CBD.
yeah, I was very concerned about that. We had a huge raid here that it was even on the national news in Louisiana, not in my city, in a different city. But um, and there's still some gray areas. For instance, we had a state law that the federal law overrode, but the state law said any derivative of the hemp plant was considered contraband and prohibited.
Wow.
And we had a very conservative senator, like the last one that I thought would be pro CBD. He came home one day from a legislative session out of town, and his wife was showing him this new bottle of conditioner that she got at the salon, and some samples that she brought home of CBD products. I think it was a CBD bath bomb and some conditioner. And he was like, "Oh my God, you can't have that in our house. I'm an elected official and it's illegal." And she said, "No, I was talking to the woman at the salon and it's actually 50 state legal." And he started looking into it. So he wrote a bill to override that old bill and make
Wow.
CBD legal in state law as well as federal.
And I think that's where the Farm Bill 2018 came in.
Yep. So this was after the Farm Bill.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. But that's basically what happened was the Farm Bill came in and made it legal in all 50 states. State law said any derivative of the hemp plant was considered scheduled on the drug schedule. So they changed the law to match up with federal.
Yep. And I mean, even with CBD, they're making it for your pets.
Yeah, I started seeing that as well.
And the best part also about with CBD and hemp is just it is so rich and quick to they can just grow these keep on growing and growing. You can grow this shit year round, man. And there's so many benefits. I mean, for the longest time, and this is going way back to the olden days, they made clothing out of it, they made paper out of it. I mean, there's so many benefits that it can be used for, not just for human consumption but for industrial also.
Right.
There's so many benefits into that. And that's what I looked at, and that's what got me, like I said. And I'm using YouTube as my platform, just like I did with transitioning over from cigarettes to smoking, where I'm able to talk about my progress and show what I'm using also. And that's helped me keep me right where I'm at. You know what I mean? So, and every day I pat myself on the back, and I'm proud of what I've done because I've used it for so long, and I don't need that foggy head, man. I just want to be pain free, and this is what it's
Right.
doing.
I really think it's perfect for that.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't understand trying to hold back a product that, or not trying to promote a product that has no side effects that does produce a positive response for pain.
Right.
And pain is an issue.
Yeah,
for
I
everybody.
definitely understand the stigma. One thing CBD's got going against it, according to some of the small business owners with CBD shops I've talked to, is it's so heavily involved in the vaping community right now, and vaping is one of the better forms to get it. But the stigma of vaping has caused them to remove the vape devices out of their shops.
Wow.
When legislators and health inspectors and things came into the shops, they said the vaping stigma was off-putting. So we've got some shops that are open that basically almost look like a day spa inside, where they have different sections with the edibles. There's isolate that mixes in water that works really well, that several shops have started carrying. There's a pet section, and there's a section for the women with spa stuff with the bath bombs and shampoos, conditioners, body lotions, things like that. And it's going to be that kind of thing, getting it away from the stigma, in my opinion, of it looking like marijuana, that's going to help bring it over to the masses more.
And one thing I failed to mention is I do have a medical marijuana card, so I can stay on marijuana if I choose to, because I have the prescription for it. I have the certificate, but I'm, like I said, I want to get off of it altogether.
Yeah, it's nice to have the benefits without this. The Delta 9 THC is what the psychoactive form is that makes you high. So you're able to get the benefits, like with the lowered anxiety or pain relief, but there's no high effect with it.
Yeah, no paranoia, no munchies.
It's kind of weird because you feel some of the benefits, but there's no high effect. So to me, at least at first, it was a little strange.
It felt strange at the beginning. It really did.
Because there's no psychoactive effects at all. That's a huge benefit. But for people that do get drug tested and things, you want to look into the CBD isolates that are 100% THC free.
Yeah. I think, and quite frankly, I mean, it's amazing for in our lifetime, the stigma that has changed off of marijuana. From Tommy and I both went through the war on drugs, and I mean, back in the 80s, it was like, oh my God, and it was a really poignant time in history of the United States when it was like, it was crazy. Like any drugs were looked at. People, I legitimately thought smoking marijuana, I was going to go insane. I literally thought if I did.
Do you remember the old Dragnet?
Sure. Show? Yeah, reefer. They killed the baby.
Reefer
in the bathtub.
Madness, dude. Yeah.
Reefer Madness. Then Dragnet, they killed the baby because they got stoned and they forgot their child was in the tub. The child drowned.
That was the picture they were trying to paint, just like we're moving forward. Ludicrous
amount of disinformation. At the same time, I think that I think there does need to be certain responsibilities with it, just like alcohol. In that the person that uses it needs to be an adult. And they need to be able to make an informed decision whether they want to do it or not. And even with the CBD, and are you concerned the CBD could be a gateway into smoking marijuana, or is that a silly question?
I don't see it. I've been finding a lot more people that have been using marijuana and using the CBD, they're fading away from it. So I don't see it going where people are getting this and looking for the head high, unless they're looking for the head high. That's the only thing that if they're looking for it, they're going to be wanting to go after that. But for the people that don't want to have the head high, that love the taste of cannabis, and that's my downfall. I love the smell and taste of cannabis. That it's just, to me, that's the bee's knees for me.
And and again, I mean, I don't use. I mean, not use, but I don't smoke. I just don't. I don't smoke anything. I vape and that's it. But the thing about it is, there's something about it that does have a attractiveness to me. The look of it. Like there's something about it that I do like. I do like looking at it and smelling it and like stuff like that. And I have somebody in my house. My son is like a chronic pot smoker. Like it's pretty much his whole life. He's like he's like fucking Dre. He's like Snoop Dogg from the fucking 90s. It's terrible, but like it still appeals to me visually and like smelling it and things like that. I just choose not to do it. I really am excited though, and I think with especially with other obviously the opiate epidemic, pandemic, whatever you want to call it, the opiate fucking crisis that we have in this country, that having an alternative to pain treatment is something that cannot be, that's just that holding that back would be almost criminal. If there's something safe that they could use, it would be. It's almost as criminal as stopping people from smoking using vaping. But we won't go there. And now, Tommy, have you guys? We're getting ready. Ohio is getting ready to pass a 9-cent per milliliter tax on e-liquid. You're in Connecticut.
Yep. They squashed that part of it, but they still raised it to 21. And that's one thing you have to look deep into this. That vaping really is not going to go away.
Right.
That's why they are making all these laws to 21, including vaping. They are putting that into there as a sidebar because vaping is not going to go away.
It's not.
We just have to keep on staying where we're at, and we might end up with a blue or a little, but you know what? It's still 100% better than smoking for you. So vaping is not going to go away, and there is so many benefit for vaping, just like I said, into the THC world, into the hemp world, because you can go right into a medical place and get all that. You don't have to have, a permit. You don't have to have a license. I mean, because we have, recreationals here, so you don't need any of that if that's what you're looking for. So I don't see where CBD being a gateway to going into the next level. I see it going the opposite way.
Yeah, I just wonder if that's how it doesn't sound like it's really being debated in a political sense.
Yeah.
To me, which is great. Anytime politicians get involved in something, it does nothing but ruin it. It really does. I mean, let's be honest.
Well,
that's what they do. They're hired. They're elected ruiners.
Yeah, they're because they are only going to look what's going to benefit them.
I don't care if you like Republicans, Democrats. I don't know which ones are which, but all I know is that they're ruiners. They ruin shit for everybody else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you know what? I really wish at the time I would have known more about it. I had, my mother was ill and things like that. She was in chronic pain, and they gave her morphine. Morphine.
Yep. And that's terrible, man.
I think it was she was in hospice. It was term care, terminating life care. But at the same time, if we could, I always said if I could trick her into, and I didn't know anybody to get marijuana at the time.
Yep.
And I always said that if I could have tricked her into using marijuana, that I would have made cookies
brownies
or something with her, and tricked her into eating those instead of taking the morphine. I would have done it, but I just didn't know anybody, and she had Alzheimer's as well, so I don't know how that would. She took medication for the Alzheimer's, so I didn't want to mix anything together. Morphine's
and I really feel that THC or hemp is going to be part of the cure for Alzheimer's. I've said this 10 years ago that I felt that this is what's going to slow that down, because marijuana slows normal people down. Okay. So when you're in the THC that's in your body, it has the whole effect of slowing even your aches and pains down. It kind of slows everything down. I just see this being a focal point where this is going to help cure Alzheimer's, or at least slow it down, where you can extend another 10 years maybe.
That would be fantastic.
Oh, I lost my dad to Alzheimer's, man, so I know.
It is literally the worst for the family members.
Yep.
It is one of the worst, selfishly, it's one of the worst diseases. For the person going through it, I don't know how, because they kind of just don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
They do have, my mom did have times where she was lucid and she would know who was who, but they were very few and far between, especially near the end. And but yeah, for the family, it's just agonizing, because you're basically seeing a person change in front of you. That's not the person and so deal with a lot of different emotional things, because no matter, it's still them. It still looks like them, even though it's not them.
Yeah,
right?
And it got to the point my dad didn't even recognize me, who I was. So.
Yeah, my mom had no clue. She actually did recognize me, but she still thought that I was like 13.
Yeah,
which was which is cool if she had money to give me or something. Like, I'm 13, right. Give me money, mom. But being a 45-year-old man, I didn't know. Anyway,
it's kind of hard to pass that around,
Yeah, right. Dude, I'll tell you. Well, Tommy, you know what, man? That is fantastic. I'm glad to hear that you're doing so. I know you've been doing the vape channel now for about 4 or 5 years.
6 years.
6 years.
August 2nd will be 6 years for the YouTube. And like I said, June 17th, this past Monday, was my 6-year anniversary also for not smoking.
That
was
fantastic.
My last cigarette.
Wow.
And then on September 17th will be 8 years opiate free.
Wow, man. Congratulations.
Don't even have
Tommy.
the urge, man. And
that's fantastic.
That's amazing to me. I mean, I'm still in amazement from it because of it. And I live it every day and I'm loving it. I mean, the energy I have now too. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. I just got my 2 years like a couple weeks ago, and I'll tell you, I'm still in a space where I'm like, I have to remind myself who I am.
Yep.
Because I forget.
You just have to look in the mirror and say, God damn it, who is that handsome fella?
I do
that. I am
like,
Scott. That's
right. That guy's, who the hell is that handsome bastard in my skin?
Look at all this sexiness going on.
Right
yeah, baby.
All right, so hey, Tommy, as you know, on Friday we do some giveaways.
Hell yeah.
You know that? We do some giveaways on this
I
channel.
love, dude. You don't know how many times I just float around in your chats and you don't see me because a lot of times I'm working, so I'm just listening, and I'll pop in, but I'm always hawking to see what's going on, man, because I love your show.
Thank you, brother. I love you, man. You know, I don't look at chat a whole lot. You know that.
Oh yeah,
I don't, because once I start talking, I forget. Like I'm a mess. I think that's part of the reason why people like me is I'm just a fucking mess. I'm a mess up here just talking most of the time. I think that's probably why. All right, so we got some giveaways to do. We got a 25 whatever Monopoly money they use over. What kind of money they use over in the United Kingdom, Tommy? Do you know? What they use over?
euros, isn't it? No, that's over in.
They don't use euros.
They use pounds. That's
Pounds.
pounds. 25
pounds. I like to get rid of 25 pounds.
Oh,
I could
yeah.
get somebody 25 pounds.
Well, I
I dropped about 8 pounds before I came down here before in Stosa.
But I have been dropping some weight because also without having the THC in my body, I don't have the munchies. So when I get done, I don't eat snacks.
Wow.
So like I said, I've been feeling better onto that too. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll let
That's
you finish
fantastic.
up because we're getting close though, man.
Yeah,
So,
let's go and do the giveaways real quick. We got a $25 currency gift certificate to Shy Tots E-Liquid, the greatest e-liquid on the face of this earth. You can get this from Miss G.I. Jane, Shy Tots 26 on Instagram. This is fire. This is the Cinnamon. Have you tried this one yet, Tommy? The
No, I
Cinnamon?
have not tried any of those Shy Tots yet. I have to,
It's
but
cinnamon roll. It's a fucking cinnamon roll.
that
And
sounds
it's
good.
fantastic.
I love cinnamon rolls.
Yeah,
So.
it's good. I got a ton of them around me. All right, we're going to do it. I need a number, guys, between 1 and 150. Go.
I'm not going to enter, but the winning number is going to be 27, Scott.
27.
Yeah. That's the number I always pick,
27 is the number you always pick?
every time. And how many times have I won on your channel when I used to get in, dude?
A ton.
27 is the number.
You know who's been winning a shitload lately is the Baron.
Yeah.
The Baron has been on a fucking roll, dude. He's won like the last month. He's probably won 4 times. Damn. Is he here today? He may not be here today. There's Charlie's Angel. What's up, Jennifer? Yep, there he is. 92.
There he is. Yes.
92.
Nobody's picking 27. You guys are going to be sorry.
I'm telling you.
There it is. Woodtick Mike grabbed it. Watch, Woodtick Mike's going to win.
He just won the other day, too.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And remember to enter the giveaway for S7 Vapes coils. I got 3 sets in this little container here. To enter this, you're going to go to his Instagram page. Link is below. You're going to repost a pic with the hashtag BlackCatFam in order to enter that giveaway.
I'm here for the giveaway.
Yeah, I came back for the. That's fucking beautiful, Charlie.
I've never gotten to sit down in real life.
Real quick, Scott.
Yeah.
Hey, is that big fucking Debbie behind you there, Charlie?
Fucking Debbie.
The big fucking Debbie. I don't know what that means. I keep hearing people say it. I have no clue what that fucking means.
Oh man, your link's not working now. I'm dropping Tommy's link in chat again for you guys that didn't catch it earlier.
Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. But Big Debbie is the box mod dude. What's his name there? Ambition.
Yeah, that's him. He says big fucking Debbie.
Yeah.
Yep. So Jennifer said hello in chat, Scott.
I said hello to her.
All right.
I did.
I don't want to hear this shit if you miss it again.
All right. I don't blame you. All right, so here we go. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 150. Let me get the random number generator. 1 and 150. First number is 50. Second number, 73. And the third and winning number's 41.
Whoa, that's
41. Now, it could have been. Could have been.
Paul Fisher had 36.
Go
Al
through
Ben
that.
had 42. Looks like Mr. Fisher.
Paul Fisher, 36.
Yes,
I got a
sir.
42. All right, Paul. Congratulations, my brother from another mother. You just won 25 currency, whatever they use over there, of e-liquid from Shy Tots e-liquid. Now, Paul, you're probably wondering. You're probably saying to yourself, how do I receive this amazing e-liquid? Well, you're going to contact Shy Tots 26 on the Instagrams, or you can contact Jane Dodd, Daud, on Facebook. She can provide you a menu, and you can order some e-liquid. Get the Cineum. Oh, or the cat's whiskers. Where's my cat whiskers?
Can't forget the cat whiskers, man.
Cat's whiskers. That's my own. It's the number one e-liquid
on the most. I was gonna say it's the most famous e-liquid on the market
on the planet.
On the planet,
yeah, pretty much. It's number one on the planet right now.
From the Planet Raiders.
I checked it yesterday. It was number one by a landslide.
It
was like that was like number one, and then like Naked 100 was like
it was like way down here.
Down there. Yeah. Like tripled it in sales. I'm rich. I'm rich, bitch. All right, that's the first giveaway. Second giveaway we're doing. Now, the second giveaway we're doing, the only people that can enter this giveaway are the people that reposted a pic from S7 Vape's Instagram page with the hashtag BlackCatFam. If you did not do that, please do not enter because I can't give you the prize. The prize is 3 sets of coils. They're fucking unbelievable. Actually, you know what? Let me show you a little bit of what these guys' coils look like. I have a set right here. These things are going to blow you away. Hold on.
Oh, you had me at blow you.
Yeah, really. I'm about to throw some numbers out there.
I'm ready, man.
There you go. Let me focus that in just a touch for you guys. You guys get the Cadillac treatment when you come to the Vape at 5.
Hell yeah.
Let me see if it comes up.
Oh, they look good.
You see that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, right? Fucking
Nice.
yeah.
Your close-up cam.
There we go. That's what. That is a spaced alien.
Hey, set it down.
And then
Yeah, you can see it better sitting right on the desk, I think.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Spaced alien corrugated. That's actually a Suka. Spaced Suka corrugated.
Right there.
How beautiful is that? Here is a set of his aliens.
Gorgeous, man.
Hey, Dermot. Shout out to Dermot Dillon. He's in the chat.
Hey, Dermot. How you doing, man? These are the coils you're going to get, guys, right here.
Amazing work, man.
This guy is a fucking pro. Straight from Brazil.
Wait, did you just show off the coils they're not going to get?
Well, they're not getting these two. These are my sets. Yeah, those are my sets. It's my fucking show. I got to pick what fucking sets I want out before they come. You know, you know what? You want coils? You want to get your pick of coils? I got an idea for you. Start your own fucking show. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of. No, everybody, most people who send me coils will send me a pair that they photographed. And then I keep those, and those are the ones I've like. If you look, like I'll just show one day my shelf. I have shelves of these like containers of everybody's coils all listed, and I keep them.
So am I gonna get those in the will?
In the will, you may get them in the will. I don't know if they'll be worth anything. They're worth a lot to me, but I don't know if they'll be worth anything to anybody else. But I do.
Kind of like those baseball cards, huh?
Yeah, no shit. I told Tommy I'm almost through the 75,000. I got about 8,000 left, and I'll be done.
That was quick.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to take longer.
Literally, dude, like I'm talking hours of just going through them.
All that working from home.
Yeah, I found 3 Derek Jeter rookies in there. 3.
Nice.
Wow.
3 Derek Jeter rookies.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nothing like finding like a fucking $550 baseball card. Fucking in there. They're all 3 in really good shape too. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll probably just keep them. I don't think I'll sell them. Anyway, back to this. Back to vaping stuff. All right. I need a number for those who entered between 1 and 150. Go. They are mine. It fits with my page. Do. So I was gonna say I think I have the biggest coil collection of anyone on earth of different builders. I'm willing to bet I do. I have I have a lot of I probably have at least 100 different builders coils. People.
And the other day I was asked a question because someone had seen on my Instagram that all the different coils I post. Are you a builder? I said, no, I'm just a coil installer. I don't build, man. I know too many of them. Why would I want to build? I can get the pristine ones You know, that's where I'd rather. I'd rather let the professionals handle that shit, man, and let them. Makes my vape so much better.
I don't build anymore either, Tommy. I don't either. I don't. I'm like literally like, oh, I can vape these, or I can vape a set of S7 aliens that look
exactly,
I'll
dude.
just fucking vape those. These are Addy Tooney coils in here.
Oh, dude, Addies are.
And I got another
beautiful.
set still. I got another set still over there I haven't used yet.
Yep.
One of my most prized vape collectibles is my Addy Tuna Cape one.
Yep, mine too.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Looks like we got everybody in there. Not many entries in here, though. Maybe I should give it another. All right. All right, I'm going to pull a number. Let me go back to random number generator. First number, 49. Second number, 71. And the third and winning number is 36. 36. All right, let's go back.
Wood Tick Mike at 27. Oh, you got to look on the other one, right? Or in here.
No,
I think it's Wood Tick Mike.
Wood Tick Mike again. Not many entries. So everybody's
No.
staying honest. I appreciate it. Unless my chats is not working. Hold on.
No, I only see you're talking 7, 10, 13.
Wood
Oh,
Tick
I
Mike.
probably
20
would have entered and tried to get it rigged if I knew that was all the entries.
I know, right? 27. Wood Tick Mike. Congratulations, Mike.
There's that
You
27.
Are the winner again. Yeah, 27. He went with it again. He won. All
Hell
right,
yeah.
S7 vapes. All right, Wood Tick Mike. I will need 350. 350. Send it over to me, Mike, and I will get those shipped out to you tomorrow, sir. All right, so we're almost done here, Tommy. You want to say adios to the people, lovely people watching at
Yes.
home?
Everybody, thank you. Scott, Charlie, thank you for having me on this fucking water. I just want to stay here, man.
Oh, thanks.
But, I have a show tonight. It's called Chilling with Tom and Friends. It's 11 o'clock. I'm over on my other channel, on the Tommy Vapors channel. We always have a little bit of fun, a little bit of, you never know what's going to happen on that show. So if you get a chance, check it out. Again, everybody, I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope I killed a few more brain cells that you had at the beginning. You're not getting those back. So thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for coming, Tommy. It was a really good show. Sorry
Thank
I had
you,
to step
man.
out for a minute. I had an urgent phone call, but I enjoyed the show a lot. If anyone's got any questions on CBD and that kind of thing that I can help with, just based on my little bit of experience, hit me up on Facebook. And
Yep.
Tommy's link is in the channel. He's actually like a serious educator that does shit when I just sit around and talk shit. But I'll help you guys out any way that I can. And join us back. Not next Friday, but the Friday after that. Scott's got a vacation coming up, and unfortunately, I'm going to be out of town working. So while Scott's partying it up, I'm going to be at work. But we'll be back in a few weeks with all kind of good stuff for y'all.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Tommy, for coming on, man.
Thank you,
we got some really cool guests coming up when we get back
We
too.
do.
So y'all keep an eye on the channel.
Yep, so we got that. So, as mentioned, I will be on vacation for the next 2 weeks, but we probably will. I'm almost 99% sure we're going to have a hot tub on the 7th. It'll be the 7th or the 6th, that Friday.
Okay.
I'll talk to Charlie and see if we're going to do it. I'm not getting back until the 4th of July. So I leave Sunday. I'll be back 4th of July. And then we'll probably, that's the Wednesday, I think. And I think the 6th, no, that's Thursday, isn't it? And then we'll be back Friday, whatever. We probably will have a show that Friday. If not, I'll probably do a show that day, just kind of see what's going on, maybe talk to everybody.
The 4th is a Thursday. The 5th,
5th is a Friday. So maybe we'll do a show the 5th, maybe not. If not, I'm definitely back the following Monday, which is the 8th. So everybody have a fantastic, as Tommy said, you got Tommy and Vaping with Tommy and Friends tonight at 11. Got Vape Stew on at 10. Fresh, I believe, is on at 9 o'clock. I think, the Green Room is on at 8 o'clock on Frames Janklin's channel.
Yeah.
And more than likely, Nick will be live around 7 or so tonight, I'm pretty sure. Have a fantastic weekend, a fantastic couple of weeks. Don't forget about me. I'll be back. When I get back, I'm going to be rested, and I'm going to be bad as fuck. And
Hell
tan.
yeah.
And super tan. All right, love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye. Let's see if I can turn this on.